Hey, remember when I made my Mustang 750 horsepower at national speed? Yeah, the hot boy look really wasn't doing it anymore, if you know what I'm saying. Vaughn Gittin JR's RTR runs an incredible Formula Drift team, has an amazing facility, and even makes their own Mustangs. Driven by the likes of T-Pain and sort of now, myself. That's right, RTR brought me up to the RTR Lab in Charlotte, North Carolina, and decided to help me transform my 2018 S550 to really give it the looks to back up the power. Also, Vaughn gives me this incredible tour of the RTR Lab, so I definitely encourage you to stick around, and better yet, a little sneak peek of the RTR S650. So let's get started. You know who this man is. He's awesome. Doing some fab work up here?
I am, yeah.
How's that going?
Helping get all the cars ready for Formula Drift, so. Yeah.
It's only a little soon. It'll be all right.
My cars are great. I'm ready for grid laps. So.
Yeah, because last time we saw each other, we went drifting.
We went.
You gave me crap because my drift car wasn't done.
Yes.
This is Jaron. We've known each other almost 10 years now.
Almost.
Absolutely crazy. He was nice enough to invite me up to RTR. And Jaron, can you describe what we're doing to my car today?
So right now it's ripped apart. We are modifying it and getting it RTR equipped. So we're throwing on a few fascia components. We've got our upper and lower grille going on it, the front chin splitter, and then we're gonna be throwing on some wheels as well.
The car's been the way it's been for, oh my God, like since 2019 or so, even though I feel like that's not that long ago, but it's long now, yeah. Especially, you know, after the world ended. I'm usually somebody who kind of like sticks to their guns. After I do something to my car, I'm like, it's good. But with the blower now, I felt like it needed to be more aggressive to kind of match that. I felt like the silver wheels were very pretty. You know, it was like, it made the car look pretty, but it didn't match kind of like how it drove. Yeah. That's why, with the man himself over here doing his thing, he doesn't want to talk a lot. So I promise I wouldn't make him talk a lot.
It's really simple. I mean, basically all you gotta do is take up, you got an upper, lower. Typically you'll have a center bar here that's plastic. You know, it's just these tabs. I know there's probably 20 of them. Take the tabs loose, pull your grills out, super simple. Just pop the new one in. Those will plug into your factory headlights.
Really?
Yeah.
Just super easy.
There's no wiring. Don't have to worry about any of that stuff.
That's really impressive because typically when it comes to like aftermarket lighting, you're dealing with something. That's so nice that you can just plug and play it in. This is what a white car and only one road trip does. I have to say though, they did such a good job with the S550 about bumper removal. It's so simple.
It's literally the most simple. All you have is probably what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 bolts here. You have
the two
tab
here.
Yep, the two right here. Unplug your fog lamps and you pull it off. It can't be more simple than
done. It's like as close to an OEM race bumper as they could do. Yeah. Remember kids, always draw where you're gonna maybe make a mistake.
No mistakes here.
No mistakes here at Ready to Rock.
No.
So what you're doing is drawing a section to cut out because of the new under tray. The airflow goes through this doohickey, but the only problem is
the brakes.
It runs into right here, therefore you gotta remove some of this material to get the flow to here. It really is amazing what a better fitting grille and front lip does to a car, and the RTR lights that have come leaps and bounds ahead of the past. So we decided to take the car out one last time with the old wheels to check it out with just the new front end, and honestly, I could not wait to get the new wheels on. So we came back into the shop, grabbed the new wheels, which are the RTR Tech Mesh wheels. They're super aggressive and really match the power this car has. Unfortunately though, we ran into some fitment issues, and since I was sitting so low on the 19s, we had to raise the car quite a few times to fit the 20s, but it was all worth it in the end. And to make things even more fun, there was some surface rust on the rotors just from over time, so we had to grind that down real quick as well. Dustin was an absolute monster on this project, and he did an amazing job. We then went outside to take some photos and get one good look of what we had done. The RTR look is just so aggressive, so unique in the Mustang world. It looks fantastic, and I couldn't be happier with the result. Vaughn, it's been a while.
It has.
How you been?
Actually, King of the Hammers.
Got to drive the Bronco DR, which is really rad. Anyway, we're here at the RTR Lab. Never been here before, extremely excited. Your lobby is sick. How long have you guys been in this building?
We got this, I want to say, just over 2 years ago. So my business has been run here in Charlotte about 10 years.
Okay.
Yeah. I lived in Maryland,
Yeah.
so I was kind of working on an island, but like I'd meet the team at events and it worked, and then things just started progressing. This is Five-Star Jim. I'll let you
Five-Star Jim.
Five-Star Jim. He
What's
does
up,
our
guys?
customer service, and he's a 5-star kind of guy. So I nicknamed him Five-Star Jim.
Also, the overflowing trophies. I feel like we just have to show real quick. Is there one to you do you feel like is like really special out of all of them?
Yeah, there's two of them. This one right here, USA versus Japan, 2005.
Oh, wow.
When, you know, the Japanese came over and just whipped all of our butts. From, you know, 03 and 04, and then 05, I won the USA versus Japan.
Sick.
In a Mustang. And that really was kind of like the shot heard around the world of our sport.
Oh, sure.
You know, so that was huge for me. And then, of course, my first Formula Drift Championship.
Wow.
So there's 2010, there's 2020.
I love the plaque chilling in a trophy.
Well, this
That's
is
like the
it's
hardest
actually an
flags.
iPad.
Oh, what?
So Monster
Okay.
got me this iPad because I guess in 2010 iPads were the thing, but yeah, custom painted.
With the USA versus Japan thing, back then, were the FD rules, like when it came to scoring points, were they a lot different, or is it basically the same as it is
Yeah,
today?
so that was a D1 event. So D1 is the series, obviously, that started in Japan.
Right.
So, but in 05, the judging was different. I mean, we've gone through a lot of iterations of how the sport works. In fact, I think in 05, we still had speed scores.
Right.
I think we were actually getting clocked on speed and still
Oh,
had
I
speed
know.
scores. And
Now
so,
we're just going so fast. It's
right.
just like-
Yeah.
By the way, what's the story with this?
So when we were building the Mach-E 1400,
Yeah.
I knew that I needed to get some seat time in a mechanical all-wheel drive car.
Okay.
Because the Mach-E 1400 is a very mechanical driving car, and I knew that I was going to be doing, you know, some laps and some experiences and potentially even competing at some point with the all-wheel drive, mechanical all-wheel
So
drive car.
different, yeah.
So it was a perfect excuse for me to buy one of my childhood dream vehicles. So I actually bought this car. Our friends at MA Motorsports basically built it into my dream GTR.
It's got a sequential in it.
Yeah, it's got a PPG sequential, fully built RB.
And then last year's car?
Yep, this is my demo car. You know, I
Yeah.
took a break from FD last year, and this is the demo car that I've been using for like a lot of content. You know, one of my favorite videos we did last year was Chelsea and I did a toge video in
That
North
thing
Carolina.
was sick.
And so yeah, this is a lot of fun. It gets a ton of abuse. It's just a workhorse.
And then these make me super nostalgic because when you were like, yeah, I'm building RTRs, blah, blah, blah. Because I think the one I really think of is the like 2013 one, because
Yeah.
that's when we met. And we were sitting at that bar in Charlotte, downtown Charlotte.
I remember
at
that.
the
That
after
little game bar.
party.
It was like a game bar,
Yeah,
yeah.
and I was just like, you were like, hey, have you ever driven an RTR? And you couldn't resist to show me the S550 one. You're like, don't tell anyone.
Oh yeah, I had the concept on my phone.
Yeah, the concept was on his phone. Like the amount of R&D that goes into making the lips and the aesthetics and all that, it's so much more than meets the eye than just hiring some manufacturer to be like, just get this done.
Yeah, we're super like passionate. You know, I'm a car guy first, and the reason why I started RTR back in the day was when I got a Mustang in 05, there was like nothing that spoke to me.
nothing,
I
yeah.
felt like it was like all like my father or grandfather would want the part.
Chrome
So
door
that-
handles.
Right.
and-
So I just wanted to like I fell in love with the Mustang so much, and I wanted to kind of show a new perspective of what a Mustang can be rather than just only hardcore traditional muscle.
Yeah.
And so I kind of meshed a lot of things from my favorite styles growing up. I mean, you see the GTR here. Obviously, I started in a Sylvia. I have a
Yeah.
lot of respect for the muscularness of muscle cars. So our designer Lindsay is one of my best friends, and we just come from the same cloth.
Yeah.
You know, so we've been able to do a lot of different things, but we're so close to Ford that we take everything we do extremely seriously
Right.
because we've earned a great reputation. And we also don't want Ford to, you know, kick us out the door.
No, of course.
So,
Is this a 4.6 or is it a Coyote?
this is a 4.6.
Is this the one that went to Japan?
This is not the one that went to
Okay.
Japan, but
Was I
this is the
close,
exact
though?
same color.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep, this is a
'Cause
4.6.
That was what, in 2010 or so?
That was 2010. Yeah, we took the Mustang to Japan. So this was this is our first prototype
Oh, wow.
RTR
yeah.
ever. So everything on here is all of our, you know, first articles. I built this car, used it for demos. I gave it to my dad before he passed away, and then he made me promise to give it to my firstborn son.
That's
So now I got to sit on it
That's
for another
awesome.
12 years. That's our first production one.
Okay, awesome.
Yeah, and this is actually my first ever new car purchase. I got
No
this.
way.
Yeah, I got this as a lease, and then I ended up buying it out. I love driving this car. I know everyone has a lot of opinion about this car and its name,
Yeah.
but this car, like, it drives so good. It's so fun, and I never thought that I would like Blue Cruise because, like, I'm a driver. I'm like, I'm never gonna let something drive me.
I completely
When I come
understand.
home from weekends of like 1,000 horsepower cars screaming in my ears,
just like,
and I can just get out of the airplane
And
and
vibe
just
out.
do this and just chill. It's so nice. I love the 4-door coupe look. Like,
Yeah.
I think it's clean and it's functional, and
It's a lot
there's definitely more to
shorter
do.
than a lot of people imagine too. In photos, it looks really tall.
Yeah.
And then you see it, you're like, it's almost a wagon. Like,
Right.
it's almost there.
Right. Well, they also did a good job here too. You know, this is kind of what your eyes pick up
yeah.
versus that. You know, so they did
Yeah.
a good job of like
It's an
getting you the
illusion.
functionality, but giving that look of
Giant moonroof too.
Right. In here working, and
Yeah.
I might be a little biased, but I'm like, it looks a lot
It's
better
so
than it
much
did
better. It's so
when
much
it came
better.
in.
I said it had T-Rex arms. When I first got an S550, I never had one. I still have the S197 you signed almost 10 years ago.
You still do have that?
I still have
You can't
it.
get rid of that now.
No, it's like the mascot.
What's his name? His name's Smurf.
Smurf.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Smurf.
I feel like those have been like upgraded tenfold.
Yeah,
Everything
from our
looks
original.
great. Yeah, from the OGs. And
Yeah, we're constantly evolving, you know, like and constantly working with better people to get, you know, better stuff out.
I also have a surprise question for you.
Hmm.
Can you describe to people the importance of Cloverleaf Mall?
Oh my gosh. Dude, Richmond, Virginia, dude. We used to have US Drift events there in the back parking lot.
Yep.
There, in fact, we think one year we did in the front parking lot, and then another year we did it in the back.
Yep, because the owner can never decide.
Yeah.
And,
And wow, I remember coming to that event with my 240. I would drive it there. This is before trailers.
Yep, so that's...
What was that, 03?
Yeah.
02, 03?
Yeah, so I learned how to drive manual in that parking lot. So I remember the first time we met, you're like, where are you from? And it was super loud, you know, and the bar, you're like, so where are you from? And I'm like, Richmond? You go, you know this abandoned mall? I'm
Yeah.
like, no way.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was,
That's
to give
awesome.
you perspective, it was this really janky old mall, and nobody went there anymore. It was kind of like the downfall of malls before malls were downfalling,
Yeah.
you know? And it was just this beautiful concrete plethora that
Yeah.
you could use. Yeah, I have a coupe now too, so it's gonna be very similar to how yours looked. So
Yeah.
I'm stoked. It'll be like an
I'm
homage.
stoked for you to get that out.
Yeah, we'll put fun
I saw you've been doing some driving and
Yeah,
ripping
lots
out
of
there. That's
driving.
awesome.
Yeah,
It's been cool to see you progress your passion and get into
Yeah.
you know, pretty hardcore into
You know what
drift.
really helped me was that ice drifting, man. Drift Mansion.
Yeah.
Having the balls to do the back corner.
You did the big back corner. Nice. What were you driving? One of their
350Z.
cars? Theirs?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Just this kid was like, go for it, dude. I was like, all right.
Ah!
And then, yeah.
That moment
The-
though of chucking it in for the first time, like when, because I know you're out there and like you're nervous, you're thinking about it, and then you finally just tighten them up and you're like, okay, here we go.
Well, no, you know what the worst part is John David, who I'm really good friends with now, who owns the Drift Mansion.
Yeah, he's a rad dude,
Yeah,
by the way.
he's amazing. I get in the car and I hear John David go, did he sign the waiver? I'm like, oh God. Like, that adds to that.
So
Like,
I'm gonna show you a little something. We're not gonna be able to leave this on for long. This is our secret prototyping room. We obviously have a container holding all this.
it's like a big
in.
dressing room.
Right, and so a lot of our future product for S650 is here, all in pieces. So this is all 3D printed, all test fitting. This will all get glued together. But we've got, you know, stuff and things that we're working on here. You can decide if you know where these parts go.
Yeah.
But I'll give you a little upskirt, and we got to turn the camera off a little bit. But
Oh, wow.
that's That's where we're going.
Wow. Okay, that's sick.
That's where we're going with it. So I'm really excited. We're gonna fully unveil probably early summer, late spring. Yeah, that you're hearing the sanding. They're literally building the new S650s right now. So that's why we can't do a proper shop tour, because there's things all around here that can't be seen right now.
We'll come back.
Yeah.
I'm only 3 hours.
And you want to see this whole thing for real?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay.
Vaughn, thanks so much for just doing a brief walk around. I know we couldn't show too much of the S650.
Soon, though. Soon.
It's sick. So to break it down, he asked me for feedback, which I'm honored. Thank you. It was really cool. And at the same time, it's just kind of nice seeing a new Mustang, just in general, like getting a nice refresh, because I love the S550, but it's just cool to see just something completely different. And yeah, the RTR that's coming out later, it looks really good. Thank you so much for the help on the S550. Definitely check out I'm tired, man. We've been on this all day. Huge thanks to you guys at RTR. Definitely check their stuff out and go watch them at Formula Drift.
Shit, thanks for coming and experiencing Built by RTR, man.
Definitely, and I think next time you invited me to come back to do some wheeling.
Yeah, we're gonna go to Uwari. I know he fell in love with hammers, and now I need to get him behind the wheel, go do a little bit of wheeling in one of our Broncos.
Yeah,
so.
And then he freaking teased me with like, "Did you drive the Raptor R?" I was like, "No."
Yeah, wait till you do that. That's
I got
like,
it. Yeah.
Just save your money now.
Ford, call me. All right, bye guys.